Pincers grabbed, paws swung, monsters lunged. Down went the scientist beneath the weight of his own creation. "No," cried Mr. Hanzomon. "Back, get back." It seemed like the Scorp-Lions were mostly interested in the stuffed toys, but when the scientist struggled to get out from under them, two of the creatures lashed out and stung him. Whack, whack. He crumpled, moaning. "Oh, the horror!" "Oh, gee," said Animal Control Waters. He made a move toward the downed billionaire. "We should help him." "Wait a minute," said Benny. "He's hurt, but he's hurt," said the co-worker, starting forward. I held out an arm to stop her. "And you'll be too if you don't wait." "Terrible, terrible," muttered Mr. Hanzomon, staring into space. "All my experiments are total failure." I could guess the horrors he must be seeing, having been stung before. Despite myself, I felt a pang of sympathy. The Scorp-Lions spun and writhed and bit the stuffed animals. They rolled on their backs like playful mutant kittens, purring like thunder. Finally, they collapsed onto their toy spans. The monster's eyes were all pupil, making them look even creepier, if that was possible. "Okay now," said Benny. The animal control workers advanced, their elbow-length padded gloves and snarled poles at the ready, blasted out their minds on catnip. The monsters offered little resistance. Soon the workers had nudged all four of them, along with their stuffed toys, into the cages. When animal control locked them up, I finally let out my breath. Drawn by commotion, a few kids and parents crowded the doorway, behind Esme and Tina, oohing and eyeing over the Scorp-Lions. Several blue-suited Hanzomon employees pushed through the crowd and surrounded their boss, giving one last whimper. Undone by schoolboys, the billionaire promptly passed out. Benny and I bumped fists and stood back and watched the hubbub. Within a minute or two, the wail of sirens signaled the paramedics' approach. Principal Johnson turned up my elbow. "And that," she said. "Pretty sure," I said. She cleared her throat. "We need to talk." "What about?" said Benny. "You're putting our wealthy donor into a coma." I considered reminding her that she was the one who had promised to keep an eye on him. "But you can only push things so far with a principal." "Yeah, well, that donor was the person responsible for creating and unleashing those things." Her eyes widened. "You are kidding me." "Wish I was." Mrs. Johnson clucked her tongue. "But he was so generous, and he seemed like such a nice man." Benny grunted. "Sure, if you define nice and nuttier than a Christmas fruitcake. He's got a whole lab full of monsters." The principal's eyebrow arched. "And you know this how?" Said Benny. "Don't ask," I said. She folded her arms. "Don't ask meaning you don't know, or don't ask meaning I don't want to know?" "Just don't ask," I said. "After all that hassle, I thought we'd at least win the science fair. But no, not even an honorable mention. It seems you actually have to be present to demonstrate your project for the judges. And worse, you have to use real scientific methodology. On top of that, nobody even knew what we'd done, as the principal kept the whole thing under wraps. We settled for a warm thank you from Mrs. Johnson and the knowledge that we still had one get out of detention free cheat from her. As the fair was wrapping up, Benny and I stood on the side, chatting with Tina and Esme. "That's the last time I let you two have all the fun," Tina said. "Next monster that turns up, we are fighting it together." "Count on it," I said. Esme wagged her head. "I still can't believe how mean those things were." "They are monsters," Benny and I together. She shrugged. "Even so." Then her face brightened. "Hey, I just had an idea." "Careful," said Benny. "It can be dangerous your first time out." Esme ignored him. "Why don't I ask my mom to create some kind of antidote to the Scorp-Lion poison? You know, something to get those people out of their traumas." Is your mom a real scientist?" I asked. Her hackles went up. "Of course," she huffed. "It's hard scientific work. Bring something to life. People think it's all those still some brains, Igor. But it's not." I raised my palms. "No offense." "I think it's a great idea," said Tina. Esme grinned. "That's it then, I'm calling her right now. And maybe she and the police can figure out what to do with all those monsters in Hanzomon's lab," said Benny. "Maybe start an unnatural history museum." "Monsters, plural?" Esme smiled so widely. Her ears were in danger of falling off. "That I'd rather see." "Esme," Tina said warningly. They wandered off to do their thing. Benny and I strolled out to the parking lot to wait for Abuelita to pick us up. Now that this danger was past, my mind went directly to the next horror show in my life, that the possibility of my parents' divorce. When the car pulled up, Benny and I slid into the back seat. We greeted my abuela, and he elbowed me. "We did it," he crowed, beaming. "That we did," I said. "What did you do?" asked Abuelita. Benny and I exchanged a glance. "Oh, a school project," I said. "And we covered that project with awesome sauce," cried Benny. "And a cherry on top," I agreed, though I felt distracted. Benny raised his hand. I guess my high five wasn't quite as enthusiastic as he'd expected. "What is it?" he asked. "Oh, it's that." I glanced ahead at Abuelita. "Other thing." His eyes widened in understanding. "Ah," he patted my arm. "Dude, you've got nothing to worry about." "Yeah, sure," I said, my stomach rolling at the thought. The car stopped outside Benny's house. The sun had set and dinner hour was close at hand, but he lingered. "No, really," said Benny. "After all you've handled, you'll be just fine. You are a real hero." He clapped my shoulder and headed for his front door. I considered his words as we drove off. Could Benny be right? If I'd risen to the occasion in getting rid of the Scorp-Lions, maybe I could do the same in other parts of my life. Maybe I could be sort of everyday hero, even when the monsters weren't around. Taking a deep breath, I squared my shoulders. Hero or not, it was time to face what was coming.